the main reason for me starting this podcast is I'm really kind of keen to speak to people from different areas of our industry. So far I've spoken to people with a whole range of different skill sets, and you'll be pleased to hear you're the first journalist I've had on the pod. But again, it's another fascinating angle that I and hopefully some listeners are really keen to learn about, James. So if you don't mind, would you mind just start by going through your journey and tell us kind of some of the different roles and the path you've taken to get where you are today?
Yeah, certainly. So I was very lucky. I kind of started as an intern on a small B2B mag called In Stock magazine that was in London. And I say I'm lucky because this was proper stars aligning. I owe my entire career to a late library book. I was studying journalism at Middlesex University, and it was one of those university courses where we didn't have exams or anything; we just had coursework. So basically, from May through to October, we had nothing to do. And I'd forgotten that I had to take a library book back. So I went back into the university. It was only like half an hour down the road from me. Went back in the university to drop off the book. And the course leader spotted me. Oh, James, got something for you. Like, one of our former students is an editor of a games magazine. That's something you want to get into, isn't it? I was like, yes. They're looking for an intern this summer. Well, that internship became me staying on for like 1 or 2 days a week while I did my last year at university. A few months after I graduated, they managed to create a kind of a staff writer position for me, so I started through that. I spent about the first year and a half of my career on InStock. Then the 2008 recession hit. InStock sadly went under, and I moved over to MCV. Thankfully, had an opening. So MCV is long running publications. I think it's been going about 25 years now. Right. It was, at the time, it was a weekly. It's now like a monthly or bi-monthly or something. But at the time, it was a weekly newspaper, essentially, for the games industry. So I joined that. I was there for about 5 years, rose up to deputy editor. An opportunity then came up to move over to our sister publication, which was Develop Magazine. It was a trade publication for developers. So I took that over as editor for about 3 years. And then I moved over to GameStreet.biz in 2016. I think I first was joined as senior editor or UK editor. I was basically a person on the team, but not a staff writer. And then I've gradually worked my way up. I'm editor-in-chief, and I absolutely love this side of things. Like my original career plan, like back when I was, not delivering library books back on time, my original career plan was I wanted to work on like Nintendo magazines and, review games and do previews and do the kind of consumer facing stuff. But I ended up finding the B2B side of things so interesting. Like I learned so much about how this industry works. You get to meet so many kind of interesting people. The conversations I find you're having with developers and publishers are a lot more interesting than, so why is this game going to be better than the previous one? The conversations are so much more fascinating, and I've not looked back.